So for my documentary on how the music industry has changed and how guitar bands are dying and falling off, some ethical things I would like to think about is that I don't want to paint the electronic side of the music industry, the drum and bass side, anything modern as negative. I don't want to try and influence people into hating on that side of music because I'm just comparing the two. So does anyone have any thoughts on how I could avoid this?
I think it is common with a lot of people, though, who are fans of both, and you could get them to speak about how, although they are fans of both, one of the reasons why they're a fan of electronic music is basically of how common it is and how prevalent it is. Personally speaking, I'm not someone who traditionally was a fan of modern music. However, because of how mainstream and accessible it is, you find music that you do like.
I would also say I have a responsibility that I'm representing, like the guitar scene and guitar bands, especially the band I'm following. So in terms of ethical issues, I have a responsibility to showcase them in a good light, as I am trying to convince people to listen more. Any thoughts on this?
Yes, I feel if you if it does come to it and the band come across as not very good or just bad influence, people might watch it and be put off that type of music, and obviously that's the opposite of what you're trying to do, especially if young people are watching it. Then sometimes I feel like with bands and stuff, when they get popular they can fall into bad habits and stuff, and if that's shown in documentary and young people watching it, they may aspire to do these things that, like drugs or something that wouldn't be good.
Things that are synonymous with the culture behind the music.
Yeah. So I would say I have big responsibility because what I'm effectively doing is trying to influence modern day culture in music. So one of my responsibilities is to not paint going into a band as easy in this day. I'm not trying to send out the wrong message. And those are some things I need to think about.
I think one of the issues with that is, personally, when I hear modern day new band, I automatically assume they're not going to be very good because of the stigmatism that surrounds modern music. And traditionally, I personally don't think there's been very good music made in the last 10 years in this genre. And your documentary could be a great chance to change my opinion, a great platform for these artists to show themselves. Alternatively, it could prove my conception to be true.
Very good.
But mainly, it's definitely a problem that needs to be fixed. You know, I grew up with family that just listened to guitar music purely, and I think so did a lot of people. But nowadays, you know, the next generation, they won't at all because it's completely dying, and this is something that should be fixed.
Yeah, thank you very much.